Okay, you say, how do I drill a hole through my end cap so that I can put a drain in? Well, this is one little gadget, very simply, that I like to use. There's lots of ways to do it. Some folks create a jig out of a wood 2x4, slice it down the center, put a hole in it that the end cap actually fits in up to this part, okay, where the top rests in it, and then put a bolt through it and it clamps on it so that they can put it into the jig. But for today, we're just simply going to use a very simple method for drilling a hole through, because a lot of folks don't have a lot of fancy tools, and there's a lot of great ways to do it. But another addition that we're going to do today is put a couple of markings on this. Just I like to use a silver Sharpie. Okay, and some folks have a tool that they use, a two-prong tool, for opening and closing the actual tube, the canister, when it's really tight after they've used it for a while, that sort of thing, and to keep it being leak proof, then they need the assistance of a tool to open and close it. So what I do is simply take a Sharpie, and after I get the measurements of my tool, is put the little silver dots on there, and then I like to take a punch, okay, and I like to set a small hole on this, and it only takes a moment to center it up, hit it with the punch. That way your drill bit doesn't walk across the surface. It actually leaves a indentation in the metal so that your drill bit has something to bite on. And this is great for the attachment cap. It's great also for the end cap. So let's punch it too. Okay, just like that. And I've taken some of the foam from the packaging and a rubber band and wrapped it around there, just so when I grip it, I'm not going to be scratching up the surface of it. A little extra protection there. So I'll start this out by hand. And when you're cutting through this end cap, that's a thick end cap. And what you need to do is start with a small, okay? Start with a small drill bit, go to a little bit larger drill bit, go to a little bit larger, because you're cutting through a pretty good chunk of aluminum, a solid piece of aluminum. So this aluminum is actually going to peel. It'll have some small chips, but most of the debris coming out of the center, the material, is going to be in a spiral. So you need to stop every probably every 1/4 inch, every 3/8 of an inch, and clean this off of your drill bit and clean the debris out of the hole, and then go back fresh, especially when you're getting farther down into the actual cap itself, because if you bind that drill bit up, you'll snap the drill bit off in the cap. That's a bad situation. Okay, let's get rolling. Start of it, where it self-centers on the drill bit. Okay, so that's our depth thus far. And you see we've got a lot of little curly cues and things here where it's peeling up the material from the center of it. Keep your deck cleaned off. Okay, nice clean hole all the way through it. Okay. And again, debris on the drill bit, you want to keep that cleaned off so it'll tension up your drill bit. You can heat it up and snap it off. Not a tough way to cut that. The next drill bit we'll go to is this size, and I'm not going to do that for today's video, but I am going to go ahead and tap out these tool holes to show you what those look like. Okay, so if you have a two-pronged tool that's used to tighten and loosen, because of the thickness of this end cap, which is 18 millimeters for SAE, around 3/4 of an inch, then you have enough thickness to actually put your tool holes in there. So, good stuff coming to you from 5 Second Firearm. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.